Hello, everyone. Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We talk about this. This is going to be the first match of the night. Swerve Strickland versus Kenny Omega. Number one contender versus EVP. Which one of these two men will we get a world title shot plus power, as in Swerve controlling all the power? Over Swerve don't get that power. But could be Kenny Omega puts his EVP status on the line against Swerve. He's the number one contender. You get the Dynamite Ring Report started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kitchen Dix here. Glad you join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. Get off the neck, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and share. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. All right, let's get started right here, right now. With AEW Ring Report. We're going to kick things off with this right here. Swerve Strickland taking on Kenny Omega for control versus contendership. We see that Kenny Omega has the control as EVP, but one of the founding fathers of AEW, taking on Swerve, who wants to be power hungry and do things his way. Well, the match kicked off, and the match did kick off with a tough battle. We thought at first Swerve was going to win, but Swerve didn't win. Swerve lost to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega retains his EVP ship and becomes the number one contender to meet MJF for the AEW Championship at Dynasty. Well, the match that's going to be MJF coming up the heels of defeating what's his name, defeating Hangman Page. We ain't seen Hangman since, so Kenny Omega will start his turn to perhaps win the world title from MJF. It's gonna be a tough battle for MJF, coming up the heels red hot, defeating Hangman in the Texas Death Match. Now he's going against Kenny Omega, one of the best. Kenny Omega, former AEW champion. Kenny Omega ain't intimidating. Kenny Omega said he's going to do all he can do to win the world championship. Kenny Omega's going to have a hard time, a hard strife to do what he has to do. But we'll see if Kenny Omega keep his word and keep his claim. We'll see. As well as this, Kenny Omega met with Speedball Mike Bailey, who's kind of similar to him. Speedball Mike Bailey introduced himself to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega introduced himself. So we could see them a future tag team. Who knows? But Kenny Omega focusing on his match at Dynasty when he goes against MJF for the world title. Well, Moxley won his match, a mixed tag. They won a mixed tag team match. So Moxley and Maria Shafir. That need to be the question. Renee Paget need to ask, what is you doing with Maria? That what stuff was saying, but they don't want to go there. Wrestling never want to go there. But you kind of see where he's gonna go. But Moxley will take on a returning Will Ospreay coming back and looking to get that championship off of Moxley. So Moxley and Will, I think this is the road for Will Ospreay to become world champion. This is the road that Will Ospreay is going to have to take to become world champion. I think Will Ospreay will get to that road soon. So we see. All right, we'll go down. Speaking of that, we see that Edge came out there. Edge made it be known, made it be clear. Edge doing what he's doing, want to turn the attention to FTR, saying that FTR going to regret doing what they did and same thing to do. So I guess FTR along with Stokey came out there to call out Edge to say that they don't need Edge. They're gonna do what they need to do to play mind games with Edge. So Edge better watch himself along with his tag team partner Christian. So you see. Also too, the Young Bucks. Is them the Young Bucks? No, them the dogs. The dogs were in action. The dogs won that match. So a lot of people in that match is to jockey in position. Well as Kyle Fletcher and Takesha having talks and stuff. I won't be surprised Takesha turns on Kyle Fletcher turns on Takesha. You tell the signs of Takesha babyface. So we'll see. Those signs will still be there eventually. Tekla, the women's champion, was in action. Tekla was in action tonight. Tekla women's championship against Mika. But they Tekla won against Mika. When Storm's probably in Tekla. I'm telling you. When Tony Storm's gonna return, we're seeing reports that Tony Storm could be allegedly pregnant. We'll see. Um, Mecca Mika went against Mecca, the lawyer. Mecca lost to the world champion Tekla. Tekla. In, victory tonight herself. The Tekla knows how. Also, too, you see that Ricochet basically trying to issue an apology. Ricochet saying sorry while saying he's sorry, but what a low life Ricochet is. Ricochet trying to get some heat on him. We see Khan and Tom Lona trying to back Ricochet. I don't want to be associated with a person who said something about someone's condition. But then Ricochet is gonna have to say sorry. But they didn't report that AEW taking a flat hit. They're not inviting wrestlers into their main room. I get that. Especially people in the den and all them. I get it. Everybody needs space of privacy. And speaking of that, the main event was Darby Allin winning over Roosh. I'm gonna show you that right quick. Darby Allin being Roosh being sent by MJF to Darby Allin. Did not have him challenged for his title. I guess the Don Callis family were well paid. All of attacking Darby Allin for Darby not getting a shot at the AEW championship. As long as MJF is the holder, but MJF got a bigger fish to fry. And MJF gonna have this bigger fish to fry with Camp Newton. So let me see. So we see. It's a beat down, but the beat down didn't last long as it did. But Darby Allin's going to have a lot of work cut for him. But we'll see if Darby's going to bounce or recover from this harsh attack. All right, that ends the WWE Hall of Fame. So Darby Allin wins over Darby Allin, a tough price to pay. Let's see what Darby Allin's going to go do. All right. That's gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, saying so long. We'll see you at the match.